Welcome to the African Leadership Series, where we bring you great inspirational speeches of African leaders.
So Africa, why is Africa important? By 2050, the projections are that Africa will have a population of 2.5 billion people by 2050. That's less than 30 years from now. Also by 2050, Africa will have a GDP of between 16 and maybe 20 trillion US dollars, compared to China, which will have 58 trillion, and the US, which by then will only have 25 trillion on the current course of economic development. Africa also has 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. Now, in the context of the kind of nutrition crisis that the world faces, is a hugely significant fact. 60% of uncultivated arable land is in Africa. Africa also has 40% of the world's gold, 90% of all the chromium and platinum. We have the world's largest reserves of cobalt, diamonds, uranium, nickel, silver, and several other strategic and precious minerals. Africa also has, significantly in the context of the current and evolving conflict, 54 seats out of 198 in the United Nations Organization. Africa represents a quarter of the votes in the UN. Africa represents a very important bloc. I'm not suggesting that Africa has a monolithic vote, but the way Africans think about the rest of the world is important for how the world's various contexts and cooperation evolve. So, simply put, Africa's resources are critical for the development of humanity. But they are also critical for the logistics of conflicts. Either way, who Africa makes friends with, who Africa supports, who Africa is in solidarity with, is an important issue for the future of the world. The other possibility for Africa is that we are recolonized. Our old colonial masters in Europe and their new colonial master, the United States, have every intention to resume direct control of our affairs in a way they have not had since the 60s and 70s. Why does this matter? We live in times of conflict. There's a low-key global war underway between the progressive socialist forces of the world that want to establish a new alternative for organizing society. On the other hand, we have the forces of imperialism led by the United States, which seek to destroy any possibility of an alternative.
If you like more African speeches like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch all our latest videos. Remember to leave your suggestions on the topics you would like us to cover in the comments below.